Are video games still fun? I don't mean that in the sense of is GTA 5 a fun game? It objectively is. Going in as Trevor and going on a rampage still gives me a small rush of serotonin. But now the game's been out for 7 years, and a rampage just isn't as fun as it used to be, and I Alt F4 and go back to do something else. That's where I think the main problem is. Not as fun as it used to be. One of my best friends told me on Discord the other day that he was taking a break from Discord and his PC as he found it boring and wouldn't be online as much. At first I was wondering what he meant, then I started to think about what he said, and I ended up agreeing. Let me give you an idea of what he meant. How often have you finished school or work and you go and sit by your PC or console and were so ready to have some fun, and then you just sit there for hours waiting for something to happen? You have games to play, and they're good games, they're just not fun anymore. I sit here most days looking at my desktop with hundreds of games on it, and I spend most of my time just on Chrome, watching Netflix or YouTube. And I don't know why. I want to play these games, and sometimes I even open them, but I never make it further than an hour before I get bored and go back to endlessly scrolling on TikTok. So, I've been rambling about things not being fun. So, what is fun? Fun is a very subjective term. Ask 50 people what they find fun, and you'll get 50 different answers. One may say roller coasters. No! Oh shit! Another may say getting pegged in the arse. It's very subjective, but I'll throw my 2 cents in, because this is my YouTube channel, and my opinion is the only opinion that truly matters around here. Something is fun when you want to relive the moment again. This can be in the form of nostalgia, or just going to bed with a grin on your face. I remember a few years ago when me and my friends would spend hours playing Team Fortress 2, but not the actual game. We played the man versus machine mode. I used to play it on a MacBook, and we could only play one map because that was the only one that would load on Apple products. It got so bad one night that we played it all night until the sun came up the next day. My dad was furious, but I didn't care. I had fun. Pure, childlike, unadulterated fun. That was a good night. I wish I could live that night again because life was easier then. I didn't really care about anything at that point. Nostalgia is such a double-edged sword when you get older. On the one hand, it reminds you of good times in the past that you look back on fondly. But on the other hand, it reminds you of good times in the past, and it makes you sad, because you can't have those times again. Not saying that there can't be any good times in games nowadays. Me and my friends discovered a game called The Forest a while back, and the whimsy came back. We had the biggest smiles on our faces for days. Building huge bases, fighting off gruesome cannibals, and just generally being idiots. If you want a game to play with your friends, I highly suggest playing The Forest. It's the most fun I've had with my friends in a long time. But it's still got stale, and now we almost never touch the game, except from when we all say we should play it again. We play it for a day straight and then never again, because it doesn't bring back the memories we used to have about the game. And that's what the problem is with modern day video games. They don't leave a good enough memory. This is the problem I have with Pokemon. Every time a new Pokemon game would come out, I would buy it. I would never know why, because some of the recent ones aren't even that good. I've recently realised it's because I'm trying to bring back those memories of Diamond and Pearl that I had on my DS as a kid. Not knowing anything about type weaknesses or strategy, and just solely training my starter to a monstrously high level, beating all enemy Pokemon in one hit. But none of them can do that. There's also the fact that we change as people over time. Games will always be just lines of code made by companies who just want to make a profit, but it's the players that change too. I know that's a cringe thing to say, but it is true. I'm not who I was when I was 12 playing TF2 till sunrise. I'm a much older, wiser person. We can't bring back those fun memories because we aren't the same people. It would be lying to say that I'm happier now than I was when I was a kid, playing Overwatch in 2016 with Lewis, raging when we lost and screaming when we won. Video games have provided people with some of the happiest memories anyone could ever ask for. But they've not been able to fill the same place that they used to. That's why I think video games just aren't that fun anymore.